Hello and welcome to God's Minute. I'm Pastor Jonathan Conrad. I'm the senior pastor at St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Wilmington, North Carolina. Today we continue our Bible study of the book of Daniel. Today we get a great story that does not feature Daniel, but his friends, the three musketeers. It's a long story, but I wanted to share it all with you. So sit back and enjoy. King Nebuchadnezzar made a golden statue whose height was 60 cubits and whose width was 6 cubits. He set it up on the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. Accordingly, at this time, certain Chaldeans came forward and denounced the Jews. There were certain Jews whom you have appointed over the affairs of the province of Babylon: Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These paid no heed to you, O king. They do not serve your gods, and they do not worship the golden statue that you have set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar, in furious rage, commanded that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be brought in. So they brought those men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar said to them, "Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that you do not serve my gods, and you do not worship the golden statue that I have set up? Now, if you are ready, when you hear the sound of the horn, pipe, lyre, trigon, harp, drum, and entire musical ensemble, to fall down and worship the statue that I have made, well and good. But if you do not worship, you shall immediately be thrown into a furnace of blazing fire. And who is the God that will deliver you out of my hands?" Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered the king, "O Nebuchadnezzar, we have no need to present a defense to you in this matter. If our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the furnace of blazing fire and out of your hand, O king, let him deliver us. But if not, be it known to you, O king, that we will not serve your gods, and we will not worship the golden statue that you have set up." Then Nebuchadnezzar was so filled with rage against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego that his face was distorted. He ordained the furnace heated up 7 times more than was customary, and ordered some of the strongest guards in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and to throw them into the furnace of blazing fire. So the men were bound, still wearing their tunics, their trousers, their hats, and their other garments, and they were thrown into the furnace of blazing fire. Because the king's command was urgent and the furnace was so overheated, the raging flames killed the men who lifted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. But the three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down, bound, into the furnace of blazing fire. Then King Nebuchadnezzar was astonished and rose up quickly. He said to his counselors, "Was it not 3 men that we threw bound into the fire?" They answered the king, "True, O king." He replied, "But I see 4 men unbound, walking in the middle of the fire, and they are not hurt, and the fourth has the appearance of a god." Nebuchadnezzar said, "Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and delivered his servants who trusted in him. They disobeyed the king's command and yielded up their bodies rather than serve and worship any god except their own God. Therefore, I make a decree: any people, nation, or language that utters blasphemy against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be torn limb from limb, and their houses laid in ruins, for there is no other God who is able to deliver in this way." Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. So, one chapter after King Neb has praised God, he goes and builds his own God, his own golden statue. It's a golden statue which echoes what we see in the book of Exodus and the golden calf. And King Neb orders everyone to worship Old Goldie. But Daniel's friends say no. Now, Neb is mad. He tells them, "You better worship or else." And the three friends say, "Well, we will take the or else. Whether God saves us or not, we are not going to worship Goldie." Now, that's some big talk. And then they survive the furnace. So Neb is so amazed that he worships God again. And he then tells everyone not to mess with these three musketeers and their God or else. Have you noticed that Neb really likes to say or else a lot? But again, let's look at the faith of the three musketeers. Even if God did not rescue them, their faith would remain strong. How many times has our faith teetered during this pandemic? We have good days. We have bad days. There are days when we are strong and weak, tired and confused. It's hard to remain constant, and it's hard to remain certain of God's love. But I don't want you to go out and be strong like these three musketeers immediately. We don't know how the three got to this point, but we do know from personal experience that it takes moments, it takes time and patience to build up a faith like theirs. So keep working, folks. Work on your faith. Be patient. Continue to learn about God. Continue to lean on God, and God will hold you up today and always. Thank you for joining me. I will see you tomorrow for another edition of God's Minute. You take care and God bless.